We're in Kuching with Sarawak Tourism. Sarawak is a state on Malaysian Borneo, and today we're taking you on a food tour to discover some of Kuching's most famous foods. We'll be seeing how the hawkers create these dishes and most importantly, eating them. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate. We hope you're hungry. Let's eat. There are so many dishes to eat in Kuching, Sarawak. So today is all about eating and sampling all the local dishes. There's a ton of stuff to dive into, so let's go. First dish of the day, Sarawak Laksa, probably one of the most famous dishes of the state. It is beautiful looking and it's made up of a number of ingredients. So we've got shredded omelette here, it's so finely shredded. This is a herb called wan soy. There's some really lightly poached prawns here, there's some chicken, there's bean sprouts, and there's some really thin rice noodles, so vermicelli, and then it is sitting in this coconutty prawn and chicken broth which has got a number of spices in it. Now on the side I had lime and also some sambal, so what I'm going to do is just grab a little bit of that broth, pop it into that sambal, give it a big old mix up, and then pour it on top of this laksa. Give everything a mix so that all the flavors and ingredients combine. Wow, that broth, it's quite thin, but it looks like it's packed full of flavor. So let's just give the broth a go first. Wow, that is just a taste sensation. It's got so many layers of flavor. So in that broth there's heaps of spices, so ground spices like star anise, cloves, nutmeg, and then a lot of things like ginger, lemongrass, turmeric, galangal. There's just a wealth of ingredients that go into the spice paste. Now let's just grab some of these noodles, a little bit of that chicken, some of those bean sprouts, and a bit of that egg to form the perfect first bite. Dunk it in that broth, and let's just give that a go. I can see why this dish is so famous. The noodles are really soft, bean sprouts are really crunchy, and that chicken was so tender. I'm going to give some of these prawns a go too. Perfectly poached, so just blanched really quickly, so they're still a little bit crisp. And the flavors of that broth, I've got to go again. Adding that sambal just really gave it a nice layer of heat. So it turns out this green herb is just baby coriander. This concoction is sensational, and we're actually eating laksa on Carpenter Street where it was first sold back in 1945, and we're washing it all down with a Teh C Special. So when you're in Sarawak you have to try something with gula apong. Gula apong is this sugar, or in this case a sugar syrup made from the nipa palm. And this teh is made up of a layer of the gula apong, then a layer of evaporated milk, and then tea. I'm going to give it a big old mix up and let's see what it tastes like. Let's get that syrup moving through the rest of the ingredients. Whoa, I think that's ready for a sample. It tastes exactly like a really sweet milky tea. It's so refreshing. That gula apong in this one is quite light tasting. Sometimes it can be really smoky and caramel tasting. This is just really refreshing in the heat.
A dish I love and I've been desperate to try since we got to Sarawak is this one, Kolo Mee. So this is a Sarawakian dish with these egg noodles. In this case we've had some chili sauce put through them, I think a very mild chili sauce, and that's why they have this red tinge. We then have char siu, or some barbecue pork. There's some sort of finely chopped pork and also some minced pork, and all these ingredients like the pork, these whiter porks. Oh, look at that, like a layered piece of pork. They've all been ditched in this big thing of broth that's just bubbling away, and they dunk them in there to cook them through. Then I can see some fried shallots. There's one little prawn on top. There is a green, which may be like a Chinese celery. I'll need to try that to know for sure. And that's really it. So it's not an overly complicated dish, but it does also come with this as a little side. So some nice fresh chilies and some soy sauce, which I can chuck on there. Look at this dish, right? Let's just mix it all through because you want to get everything together. There's a little bit of sauciness down the bottom. You can see these noodles are a little bit redder than the ones up the top. Whoa, I love this dish so much. I absolutely love it. Look at it. So let's just go noodles. It's so simple. That chili sauce has no effect. Oh, tiny effect. Like the smallest taste of like chili, hot spice that I've ever tasted in my life. Let's have some more noodles, but with some meat this time. This is so simple. This is a breakfast dish. You just wolf it down so easy. The taste is so simple, but I'm gonna add some of this chili because I think it needs a bit of a kick from the saltiness of the soy and those chilies. So let's put a bunch of them on there. Actually, let's just put all the chilies on and then some of the soy. I don't want to go too salty. Now this dish, well, this one is obviously non-halal. You can get this and the previous dish we had in halal versions, but these are the non-halal versions of them. Right, let's mix it all up. We've got the chilies, got that soy on there. Let's give it another go. Oh, look at that. That has just given it more of a body, so it's a little bit salty now from the soy sauce. I couldn't taste the chili. I don't think I got one, so I've got a little chili here and some more noodles. Wow, it's a really sweet chili. That is so good. I'm gonna wolf this down so easily. It's super tasty. And if you're enjoying this video, I think we're gonna do another tour video because there's so much here to eat. So make sure you check out part 2 of the Kuching food tour video that we're gonna make. We'll link that up there. And don't forget to hit subscribe so that you can catch this or catch the next video and all the other videos we have lined up in Kuching and in Sarawak.
Next dish on this food tour is Kway Chap, and it is a bowl filled with lots of different goodies. We've got this really quite thin brown broth, these silky looking flat white rice noodles, there's some pig skin, we've got some quarters of boiled eggs, we've got some tofu puffs, there's some intestine, there's just actual bits of pork, and there's, I thought I saw, yes, some pig's ear as well. So it's all the porky spare parts. Let's just give that broth a go. I actually thought it would taste quite strong in a herbal flavour, but it's actually quite mellow. You can taste the soy and then just a really subtle hint of herbs. Let's give these slippery rice noodles a go. Whoa, they are slippery, I can barely pick them up. Okay. Just really thin, slippery, they go down a tree. Okay, what porky bits do we have? I'm gonna give the intestine a go. Dip it in this chili sauce that came with it, or chili oil, and give that a taste. That's just been prepared so well. It's not overly chewy. It's been braised in soy just like all the other bits of the pork here. And it's just a really mild soy flavour. Now these tofu puffs, I reckon, have soaked up all of that broth and they're going to be so good. So let's try that with a bit of this huge bit of pork here, which has got some pork skin and a bit of meat. I dunk that again into the chili, and let's go for that big mouthful. Wow. It's just an explosion of flavour from that tofu puff, and then that fatty pork just melts in your mouth. This is a damn delicious dish.
We were just walking past this ice kacang or ABC store and we couldn't not grab one because for one it's boiling hot, but two it looks so interesting. They're hand shaving the ice. They've got this amazing, it looks like a woodwork machine, and they're hand shaving the ice back and forth. So you've ended up with these ice flakes that are just really fine shavings. Then what have we got hiding in here? So noodles, like a pandan chendol noodle. There's some sago, which is the pink stuff. There's some grass jellies hiding. It's all in coconut milk. Oh, I've lost them there, some kidney beans. I think that's everything. Wow, look at all the colours. Wow, oh, and you can see there's palm sugar syrup in the bottom, and that's why it's going darker as I move it. Oh, this ice is disappearing so quickly. Let's try some of this while it's still... Wait, look at that spoon. Oh my god. How is that for a combination of stuff? Wow. Wow. Really coconutty from the coconut milk. That shaved ice, because it's kind of like little flakes, almost like an almond flake size flake of ice. It's got a little bit of crunch still, and then it just obviously melts very quickly in your mouth. There's sweetness from bits and bobs that are in there. Something had a real fresh burst of flavour. The pandan noodle, or the chendol noodle, has got so much texture. It's probably made with rice flour, so it's quite sticky and chewy. Oh, this is so good. Oh my god, I can't get enough. This is amazing refresher on such a hot day. I've just been eating more of these noodles and the texture's so different to normal. They're really springy, and I've found out that they're actually like a sago jelly, and that's why they've got so much texture, and they're actually got chew. They don't just disappear in your mouth like a chendol noodle really would. And look at the colour of them. I mean, how awesome. So good. And that's part one of the Kuching food tour done. So good, and make sure you check out part two because there is so much more good food here to eat. And today it also happens to be the Sarawak Regatta, which is a boat race along the Sarawak River, and that is why there are so many people lined up on the river. So we're going to go check that out now, and we'll finish this with video with a few shots from the regatta.
Thank you so much to Sarawak Tourism for making this video possible. Remember to give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Pop down below and hit subscribe for more food adventures. We hope we inspired you to eat and explore like a traveller and not a tourist. We'll see you next time. Jumpa lagi!
Jumpa lagi!